NFL resolution? Do you have your NFL resolution to stay optimistic about your team throughout the rest of free agency, leading into the draft in Detroit? Let us know here at Up and Adam Show. I have a very librarian look going on today, which is fine. We're kicking off the week with news about Justin Fields. We're not even a week into this thing, and it's already been filled with some twists, some turns, and what have yous. Okay, we got another one this weekend. The Bears send Fields to Pittsburgh for a conditional 6th-round pick. Let's hit on the Chicago side of things. You know, Chicago loves me. They always want to hear from me. I know a lot. This has to, it's like ripping a Band-Aid. It's a breakup. You're in this relationship. You're trying to make it work, but this dude then takes a job somewhere else. And it's like, okay, now it's long distance. Now you got to let it go and cut the cord here. I know a lot of Bears fans did not want to end the relationship, and I understand that. Bears fans have been through tough relationship after tough relationship for decades here. And at a certain point, we are going to have to look in the mirror and say, is it me, right? But we're not going to get into that right now because Justin Fields had talent. He has talent. He might show it in Pittsburgh. He has shown moments and promise through college and moments in Chicago, and so if you're a Bears fan, to take another swing on a draft pick is a scary notion, okay? Given all of the nightmare experiences this franchise has had at the quarterback spot. But as we laid it out just over a week ago, trading Justin and going with a quarterback at #1 overall, it's just the right move from a business standpoint. Justin was a product of bad timing. They were just beginning a rebuild. And you got to put this team in the best position to contend, not just right now, but over the next few years. Even if Caleb Williams, here's what it really comes down to, just logically. And a lot of you out there on Twitter, you couldn't pass your LSATs to save your lives because it's just reasoning and analytical and logistical reasoning, and y'all don't have it. Let me explain it to you. Caleb Williams, even if he or whoever the Bears end up picking, it's not a sure thing, it'll be Caleb Williams, even if whoever they take in the draft ends up being just a lateral move from Justin, just right in the same ballpark, same neighborhood, it's still the right move because it extends that rookie contract window for 4 more years. Our guy Robert Mays at The Athletic, he pointed out last week 11 of the last 12 Super Bowls have featured at least one team with a quarterback on his rookie deal. That makes sense. That makes logical, analytical sense. And isn't that what we're trying to do here? Not just be pretty good, not just be middling or good enough to contend with Jordan Love, who's already got a head start, but to win a freaking championship again for the first time in 38 years now or something crazy like that. This 39 years. The situation this next rookie quarterback is walking into is amazing and is light years ahead of what Fields has coming in. So let's stop the comparisons to whatever Caleb or whoever it is does in comparison to Justin Fields. Different timing, different situation. Poles just getting his feet wet. And maybe whoever the quarterback is going to have a chance because bringing in a DJ Moore or, having DJ Moore there, a piece who's a 1,000-yard guy, bringing in another 1,000-yard guy, best route runner around, Keenan Allen to throw to, an O-line trending in the right direction. Got to see what it actually looks like. I'm going to say like a transform/revamp defense. They still have $53 million to spend. Like I said this, Foles, I see you. I'm in. I'm buying. Subscribe. What are they going to do at 9th overall? It's hard not to be legit excited about what Ryan Poles is doing here. And I know, Ian says, this compensation adds to frustration that Bears fans have wanting to keep him. 6th-round pick, conditional. That can turn into a 4th. Listen, what we learned yesterday afternoon, it all makes sense. In case you missed it, Ian said that 4 additional teams reached out to the Bears about Fields. He wanted to go to Pittsburgh. The Bears made it happen for him. I love that. While they didn't have to do that, their first obligation, of course, to do right by themselves, this was an unfair situation for Justin. He, as I've said, was a victim of bad timing. I think it says a lot about who Justin is and a lot about this Bears front office, too, that they wanted to do right by him. It's hard not to love that. There's a lot to like here on both sides. And, not to take away from the good feelings, I think it also means the return wasn't going to be as good as some fans thought it was going to be. Like, if someone had offered a 2nd-round pick, I'm not so sure the Bears still deal him to Pittsburgh. You want to do right by him, but I'm sure there was a limit here. They weren't just like, whatever Justin wants, do it. No, it made sense for everybody. Steelers side, I'm pumped. For, how happy are you if you're a Steelers fan? The reports right now are that Russell Wilson's going to be the starter regardless. I don't know. Do I buy that? Not completely. Either way, Pittsburgh adds competition in the quarterback room. So that all makes sense to me. That's great. That's good stuff there. Like, I like that. That's like Garoppolo Brady kind of stuff. Kind of. Not really, but kind of. You know what I'm saying? The sentiment of it there. The little extra little chippiness that has to exist there. It's the Kyle Trask versus Baker. Is this Baker's job? I don't know. Of course it's Baker's job. We'll see. But they're going to get the best out of each other. Iron sharpens iron, all that jazz. And they have a younger option now at quarterback, more importantly, that has shown some real signs of growth, some potential, and they can try to build around that going forward as well. And the upgrades to the quarterback room give them a chance to do something this year. I mean it. Look at this. The Steelers were bottom of the barrel last year in every major quarterback category, and they still made the playoffs. If they can get the best out of one of those quarterbacks, with the other additions they've made so far, we love a Patrick Queen. We love taking somebody away from the opposing, divisional rival in the AFC. The Russell Wilson move wasn't enough to get me excited on its own. But you add Fields to the mix, that doubles the chances of something working out and being better than what they had, on their run to the playoffs a year ago. And by the way, masterful job by their GM, landing 2 legit quarterback options for about $4.5 million combined this season. Are you kidding? That's crazy. And I like it for Justin. I know they seem to, everybody thinks it's Russell, that's the guy. We could have a legit quarterback competition. Justin's going to put that on his shoulders and take it that way. He wants to rewrite things as we inch towards September. With what Fields can add in the run game, and I don't know, who makes the offense more versatile? Fields or Russell Wilson? You tell me, at Up and Adam Show. I see them pushing each other for the starting gig over the next 6 months. And being with Mike Tomlin and some of the talent he gets around him on the Steelers roster, that is not a bad deal for Justin Fields at all. Okay, we're going to take a short break here because we're going to get into maybe a little Justin Fields,